Hey guys!
What's going on?
Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to tell you guys a little bit of how we met and this little crazy thing called Happy Mondays that happened here in Orlando.
Let's get started. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Slice of Life. I'm Matt.
And I'm Lais.
And as we just mentioned in that intro, this is a story of how we met and a little bit of a crazy thing called Happy Mondays. No, this will not be in my hand the entire duration, but I mean, it's fitting of the video. So in order to tell you of the story of how we met, we do have to describe a little bit about Happy Mondays. What the heck is it?
Yep.
What's it all about? So I think you'd be the best one, Mrs. Where does it say President over here? Does it say it? It does say it.
16,
so
17.
She's going to have to be the one to explain a little bit about Happy Mondays. So let's go ahead and get into that first.
Let's get going. So our story is definitely something that you can't write this shit up. This is for real. Every time somebody asks, how you guys met? Because whenever you meet new people in your couple, it's one of the top 5 questions you get is how you met. And our story is definitely different, and it's definitely something that I'm a bit proud because it's very unique. So how we was talking about our Happy Mondays. If you've ever been to Disney, you're gonna know at least Disney World. Epcot has all the 11 pavilions of the different countries. And all these pavilions, at least before COVID, RIP, they were all having people from the actual countries to come and work in them. Woo! So if you went to the UK, they had the accent, and it's not fake. Canada, Japan, China, Mexico, France, Germany, Italy. Oh my god.
I forgot where she's going.
I was trying to say Morocco. 2 more. I forgot, but anyways, I'll post here the 2 that I forgot. I'm sorry. But when you have all these young people from all the different places of the world, they're gonna get together. And there's this little thing called Happy Mondays that came to life. Mm-hmm. With time, it expanded, having more countries and that, but I'll get to that. So what Happy Mondays actually is a flip cup competition. Nothing more, nothing less.
There's more. Oh, there's more. For my American friends out there, if you've ever seen the movie Beer Fest, this is very similar to that. It gets crazy, but continue, please.
So what Happy Mondays is on Mondays, because especially when you work on the theme parks, you're gonna work on the weekends. So Happy Mondays was Mondays, where we go to a huge bar and you have the different teams for the different countries. We put kind of like the set will be, but there were a lot more than that. Sometimes there will be 20 different teams playing each Monday. It can get crazy.
But just some of the team names. These are actual team names up here. So No Man, which is the Canadian boys, and the Brazilian girls, which is the Brazilian girls. They're not that creative. It's okay.
Wow.
So as she said, there can be a lot of teams playing.
Yes.
During one time. The bars are packed. I mean, I still have videos, I'm sure you do as well, like just how packed these places can be.
It's a once in a lifetime experience, and it changed from bar to bar because it can get kind of crazy, so they would ask us to leave. You know, it happens. But it was just very fun when you have all the people from the different countries, and with time, because as you see, I was a Brazilian girls president. However, Brazil doesn't have a pavilion. It just with time that grew because they have different nationalities for different purposes. For example, Brazilians came from one of the 3 college programs they had back then. So with time it evolved and had more than just a pavilion people, and it was one of the best times ever. So the countries will have a boy and a girl team. Some countries, like for example South Africa, only had a boys team. Some countries like Japan only had the girls team. Why? Because there are not enough people in that country that wanted to do more teams. So,
and then you had Gallery, which was anyone and everyone.
Woo!
All-inclusive, fun team. So they were very, very tough to play against.
Yes.
I remember that very vividly.
I was an honorary team member of the Gallery. I still have the jersey. I love them so much. But anyways, so normally on Mondays, you get the boys versus girls teams, or Gallery plays with everybody like we said before. And that's the best way to mingle, if you know what I'm saying. So you want to take over from now?
Sure. So before Happy Mondays gets underway, every team, or at least I believe every team does, have their own kind of pregame or their own traditions. So how that works is everybody will meet up at a specific place or an apartment, something like that, and then the party bus will arrive, pick everybody up. Sometimes it's one specific team that the bus picks up, the guys and the girls. Other times it's multiple teams on a huge party bus.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, those drivers deserve some mad respect for dealing with that many drunk people. So, the presidents, the vice presidents will do head counts, collect money, get the people on the bus, and then later on get the people back on the bus, which, if you can imagine that many drunk people in one area, it's a very difficult thing to do. So.
And you're also drunk when you get into drunk people.
But it's a way to keep everybody safe to get there and to come back. So that's kind
of...
No
driving.
No. That's kind of the way to get to Mondays and then the back from Mondays. So, a little bit about how we got there. So I guess maybe a little bit of now we're at the club. Should we continue with there?
Yes. So you get to the club and it's literally, if you ever seen one of those movies with like college students and parties and drinking, make it 10 times bigger because sometimes there will be 20 teams playing around. There's like 200 to 400 people and everybody's already pre-gamed, ready to go, flipping cups. Some people bring bottles, and one of the owners of the bus rides always had his Hennessy in hand, giving shots to everybody. So it gets crazy, okay? And the presidents and the vice presidents will go to the bars, get the whole thing of beer, and we would come back to the tables and start playing the games. And it could be flip cup, obviously, with piggybacks. Mm-hmm. It could be turning around, running around the table. So it's just different games. There was never a set amount of games because you never knew when the other team would get there. You never knew how quick you could get the beer. But it was just great fun and just talking to people and getting to meeting the people. And awesome to go on Tuesday to Epcot all completely hungover and see everybody you just saw the night before.
Just so many crazy stories.
It was just a great time, especially I was just out of college. It was awesome. Awesome!
I'm trying to remember the exact way I got involved because obviously I'm not Canadian. We've already talked about how I'm Italian American, she's Brazilian. I'll try to keep this little segue of how I got to play Mondays versus, she worked for Disney. I didn't work for Disney, so I was wingmanning for a friend of mine at a party. Met some of the Canadian girls there. They introduced me to the Canadian guy. We got talking hockey, and then he asked if I want to do something crazy on a Monday night. I said, go on. Please.
Bada bing, bada boom. He's on Mondays.
Pretty much that's it. It's just, they just like she said, there's sometimes not enough people on some of these teams. So me and my boys became one of our guys' nights too. Some of my boys became presidents and vice presidents, and we held title. It was just an awesome time, and loved playing as one of the Canadians. Still have the memorabilia. There's a couple shirts I still have in the closet. Aside from this one, the original's...
And the hat.
Original's pretty faded. But this still stands the test of time, so that's pretty cool.
I feel like one of the best things about Happy Mondays, besides of course the drinking and the fun, is the people that you meet.
Yeah.
To this day, I still talk to people from Japan, Italy, France, Mexico, everywhere, Canada in the world that I met there. And so
some of you still like our videos.
So it's just an amazing time, and it's how we met, and I love our story. You ready for it?
Oh boy. Yeah, let's get into it. So, let's go ahead and get into that story. So, as you can see, teams have different uniforms. So again, this was not the original. The original was actually a t-shirt. This was one thing the team decided we wanted to do these,
Florida Heat.
So, I didn't always rock the colors. I didn't have the uniform. You have to be initiated, kind of like a fraternity. So, every team has their own initiation, blah, blah, blah. Can't get into that. That's everybody's team's business. But for the Canadian boys, for No Ma'am, we had to wear a white shirt, and we had to go out 5 consecutive weeks. And each week, we would get marked on the bottom of our shirt with a permanent marker, so we couldn't kind of cheat the system. The color of the marker was always different. I don't know if I ever told you that. So the president could keep track of the rookies and make sure that they weren't cheating the system. So basically, you'd earn your stripes. So you'd have to wear that same white shirt every week and get it remarked every time. Well, you still could wash it. Permanent marker's not going to come off in one wash. Again, I was still earning my stripes, and of my group of guys, I was the first one to start this, and I started pulling in some of my guys slowly but surely, and on one of the weeks I got one of my best buds to come out with me. We were playing Gaylordy, and Gaillery also wears white. So while most of our team had black, red, white shirts and logos, me, my buddy, and a few of the other rookies were still wearing white t-shirts. So that was kind of a good segue of how she was able to introduce herself into the story. So by the time we played Gaillery, this was, I want to say, my third ever Happy Mondays, and I was hooked from week one. I was hooked with the madness. It was a lot of fun, and I'll let you, how did you make yourself known in the story? As I'm, at this point in time, explaining to my friend the rules, what did you do?
So, as I said earlier, I was an honorary member of the Gaillery. I absolutely loved them. And I came over to say hi to some of my friends. When I saw him, and I was like, oh, he cute. I'm interested. So I said very loudly to my friend that luckily was right in front of you.
Oh yeah, I don't know how you
No, that was not my fault. That was Jesus. And my friend was right there, and I said very loudly so everybody could hear, so who is the new cute guy from Gaillery? And this one was like,
when you hear who's the new cute
What?
guy,
What?
as a single guy, and you hear a girl's voice, who's the new cute guy, your head just springs up. And the next thing I know, I see two of her gay friends and her just laser staring at me. I'm looking, what? I'm not, no, I'm not gay. I'm just wearing the, okay, bye! And she pieces out. That's the start of how this happened. I'm sorry to steal your thunder, but I'm like, from my view of it, I'm talking to my buddy and it's quiet. I just see three people staring at me.
well, it got the message across
The
because
seed was planted.
he noticed. He noticed me. So Mondays went on because you're not supposed to really mingle with other teams. When you're doing Mondays,
It's
you're
against
supposed
the
to.
rules.
Yes, you're supposed to be against the team in front of you and in there.
Focus.
But they always give like 30 minutes to an hour after the games are over where we just like dance kind of club situation.
Yeah.
And I accidentally bump into him. Like, oh my god, sorry to bump into you. Oh hi, you're the Gaillery guy. I still can't believe he fell for this.
You got played. You got played.
And then he made his mission to prove to me that he wasn't gay, to then weeks later find out I never thought he was gay. I played him all along.
Unbelievable.
And I got the blame.
And I owed a lot to my buddy who came out that week
Yes.
because he definitely helped to seal the deal. He definitely helped to push us together because I'm a horrible
I was
closer.
waiting.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, he just was like, just talk to her. Just, she's obviously interested, just talk to her. So, I'm just like, really? Like, sometimes I would have no idea. So.
That's why he's one of my favorites to this day.
But yeah, no, she bumped into me, she kept making her moves, and I felt like who I was
like
being
the girl.
attacked. I had to just defend my own honor, I guess, so to speak. I was just like, what is this girl doing? What's her MO? I don't understand. I don't understand what she's doing. So I was just like, you know what? All right, I'll play this game. I'm going to show you what's good. So just like went dancing, and again, like she said, my buddy, after Mondays was over and we adjourned, he's like, just text her, talk to her, she's interested. I'm like, all right, why?
And the rest is history.
That's it.
And this is pretty much the story of how we met. And like I said earlier, I absolutely love our story. There's nothing like it. Most of our friends still don't believe sometimes it happened because you don't get married to somebody you met on Mondays.
It's like, you've heard the whole, don't marry somebody you meet at a bar or something like that.
Yeah.
At least like I've heard that before, and this was like a bar on level 30,000. It was just ridiculous.
And girls, just like you can see, what happens when you go for what you want. It's 2021, and do you, boo boo. If you want to make the first move, it pays off.
Stop it. Yeah, so I mean that's Mondays and our story wrapped into a little present there. So I mean it is a fun story. It's very different,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's what is it like in How I Met Your Mother? It's like you see somebody from across the room and you connect, and there's eyes and da 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 da. This one there's thousands of hundreds not thousands, hundreds of people yelling and chanting. Oh, the chants. It's one of
Oh,
my
the
favorite parts.
chanting. I never had a voice afterwards. It was so funny.
True. There's
Oh
very
my
much
god,
that.
because you have to scream to the entire table, half a cup around the world. So everybody gets the same amount of beer, or at least match each other. I just have flashbacks now.
It's madness. But yeah, a lot of yelling, a lot of chanting. So to meet somebody in a setting like that where the relationship lasts, it's a pretty good feeling.
Yeah.
Years later, here we are. Still have the gear, still able to chug some brews and flip some cups. So, you know,
Speaking of which,
I think we have a little bit of a surprise for you. We have a fun score to settle, so we'll get into that. All right, so this is a little bit of the surprise that we were talking about. You know, mini version of Happy Mondays. We have some beer in here.
beer here.
Just gonna show you how we do it, and let's see who can run this
I
down.
just hope we don't have an accident because we're not doing this on the ideal place.
Nope.
That's all. And
We
we
just
have
wanna
carpet underneath, so
keep it clean. No
Try
spilling. Ready?
ready.
1, 2, 3. Still got it. And that's Happy Mondays in a nutshell.
See you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like it,
I don't know what I'm doing.
send it to your friends, and
There you go.
kidding. Bye guys.
Bye.